In this series, we shall be looking at the various shades of abuse, which border somewhat on human trafficking and attendant crimes thereto. Early this year, 2024, news broke that an Onitsha-based lawyer, Mrs. Adachukwu Okafor, had savagely battered her housemate, 11-year-old Happiness Nwafọ, by branding her with hot iron and inserting sharp objects into her private parts. As expected, hell was let loose, and public outcry at what was clearly an inhuman act against a child attracted the intervention of the government. And while the Anambra State government asked the suspects, who obviously had gone into hiding, to report to the nearest police station, the federal government, through the Minister of Women Affairs, Mrs. Uju Kennedy Ohanenye, declared her wanted and placed a 2 million naira bounty on her. On the 20th day of February, Adachukwu Okafor Esquire turned herself in and went to the Anambra State Commissioner for Women Affairs. She narrated her side of the story and claimed that the little girl injured herself after she was caught fiddling or fumbling with her son's privates and was rebuked. She also added that the maid came in to live with her on the 5th of January 2024, just about 1 month before the sad event. On the 22nd day of February, however, she was arraigned in a child and gender-based court in Anambra State on charges contrary to extant provisions of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law of Anambra State. The police have also weighed in on the matter. Now, the courts will be the focus as the wheels of justice begin to grind. This despicable story sadly underscores the extent of abuse which domestic servants, both male and female, are subjected to in Nigeria, and even more sadly, the ineffectiveness of the government in tackling this appalling menace. It is clear that the government has lost the battle in this area. Every other day, underage boys and girls are shipped off by parents and guardians to unknown or little-known families to serve as house helps or domestic servants for personal interests or for other financial consideration like debt payments or even on false promises. These children have no say in the matter, and they have nowhere to run to in event of the kind of maltreatment that was the lot of Miss Happiness Nwafọ in Onitsha, Anambra State. Indeed, if not for onlookers and passers-by aided by the social media, chances abound that woman lawyer Adachukwu Okafor will still be walking about without any reprisal. There are thousands of Happiness Nwafọ out there, and it is such a shame that one Minister Uju Kennedy could say in all this drama is for Nigerians to be vigilant. Yes, Nigerians need to be vigilant, but what is the role of the government in all of this? As we speak, there is a burgeoning house help recruitment industry across cities in Nigeria. There are self-styled agents that recruit domestic servants everywhere. Every day, millions of naira change hands. These agents exploit the domestic servants and in some cases take a huge chunk of their monthly salaries. The Nigerian agency charged with checking human trafficking is NAPTIP, National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons. Human trafficking involves the recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, or receipt of people through force, fraud, or deception with the aim of exploiting them for profit. Human trafficking has many shades, and it is only when the underlying factors are unraveled that the crime can be identified. This is therefore calling on the federal government to confront this monster of domestic servant abuse frontally, and we suggest the following in the circumstance. 1. NAPTIP should be rejigged and given the teeth to bite. It seems that the main focus of the agency is on international dimension of human trafficking. There is a compelling need for NAPTIP to re-strategize and confront this monster. The need to amend the laws is even more compelling. Number 2, NAPTIP must engage government and other collaborators in the fight. State and local governments must have a buy-in for success in this context to be achieved. The present structure of NAPTIP will not aid the desired breakthrough in this fight. Number three, these agents engaged in recruiting house helps or domestic servants have to be registered with NAPTIP or designated collaborating organizations. Number four, the prosecution of offenders to conclusion is also a priority that must be taken up so that other people can learn the lesson. The list of suggestions is endless. Kindly keep a date with us for the next part of this series. Follow us on all our social media handles at Zarifat page. Like, follow, and share. My name is Ben Abraham, and this is Criminal Justice Focus. Thank you.